Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. I'm doing a little work on the boat. I got Sarah behind the camera. I got Duke, who we built a little fort under the boat tarp, so he's hanging out with me. He's my little tool guy. He loves to help me put gadgets on the boat. And today we're gonna put a new lock on. This is the DuraSafe Lowrance Ghost Trolling Motor lock. DuraSafe makes these locks specifically for your trolling motors. Doesn't matter which brand trolling motor you're running, they make a lock for it. And it's one of those things that I've talked about it before in videos where we want to make sure that everything on our boat is secure. These boats retail now. I just saw one retail at the Bassmaster Classic. I think it's $133,000 for a bass boat. And what a lot of people don't recognize is how much of that value is actually attributed to the things that we put on our boat. Our electronics, our trolling motors, our power poles, you name it, it all adds up. And really, for the most part, those things that we add onto the boat are the easiest things to steal. Meaning, yeah, somebody can come steal the boat, but that's not an easy thing to unload because the boat has VIN numbers, and it's just one of those things where it's easier for a thief to unload a power pole than it is a whole boat, right? So one of the things that DuraSafe has done is they've come out with a bunch of different locks for different things on your boats. You've seen me talk about the E-locks, which lock on the electronics of your boat. And one of the things I want to install onto my Lowrance Ghost is their trolling motor lock. What a lot of people don't realize is how easy a trolling motor is to get off. I almost don't want to talk about it in this video because they are that easy and most people don't recognize it, but it's for the most part 2 bolts that hold this trolling motor in place. So if you're talking about getting the majority of the trolling motor off, the actual workhorse part of the trolling motor, it's a couple of bolts. That's it. So what DuraSafe has done is come up with this lock that will specifically replace one of those bolts and therefore lock your trolling motor into place. So we're going to install it. I have not done this yet. They sent this over to me. I want to apply it because, as I've talked about before, one of the things that concerns me the most in all of my travels is making sure my boat is secure. I can't tell you the hours I've lost while I lay in a hotel bedroom thinking about my boat. You think about everything you've got on it, and when it's my career, the last thing I can have happen to me is I wake up in the morning and I have no trolling motor. I don't have electronics, or I've got things that have been stolen. So for a few dollars, you can buy a trolling motor lock that will secure this in place, and you don't have to worry about somebody taking it. So we're going to go ahead and install this right now. The directions are on it. Very simple. We're going to do it for you so you can see how easy it is. I'm going to pop it out of the bag. And it says, based on the instructions, all I need to do is remove the lock, make sure it's in the unlock position, remove the lock, and then I need to unscrew the right side screw from the trolling motor. So I'm going to remove it, make sure it's in the unlocked position, which is the clockwise position, so the key is turned clockwise. And at this point, I'm going to remove the key from the lock. Now I need to unscrew the factory screw. So I've got here already the specific screw I need. That was already really loose. Probably should be checking those more routinely. Take out this guy. These 2 things is what keeps your trolling motor on. It's pretty ridiculous. So now it says I just need to take my screw lock clockwise into the female thread until tight. So I'm going to take this, screw it into place until tight. Okay, until tight, insert key. And I need to turn clockwise, a half turn, there it is. I just took it off. The cap is now on tight, so somebody cannot unscrew that because the cap is loose, but it's still locked in there nice and tight. The only way to get that off now is to insert the key. At that point, I can lock it back in where I can screw it out. And I want to tell you one thing I've mentioned before too with the E-locks that's so nice. If you order direct from DuraSafe, you can have the keys coded specifically for each lock. So in this case, I've got one lock that works on my E-locks. I've got a lock that, or the same key that works on this. They're on all the locks that DuraSafe has. If you order on the website, you can have them key them all the same, which is so nice to have. And it's one of the things based on them being an American-made company, making all the locks in-house in the Wisconsin facility, they're able to do that for you. So if that interests you, you can check that out. They do have a couple of the locks on the website on Tackle Warehouse's website, so I'll put the my affiliate link up for that. They don't have the Ghost Trolling Motor lock up though, so if you want the Ghost for your Lowrance units, the Ghost lock, you need to go to DuraSafe's website specifically and order it there. But overall, guys, well, how long did that take? A minute maybe to install, but now that's locked in place. I don't have to worry about somebody stealing that. Definitely worth your investment, definitely worth the time, just from a peace of mind standpoint, to know somebody's not going to steal a trolling motor that at this point, guys, are retailing for many $1,000s, and they only continue to go up in price as we've seen with some of the new ones that were released. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you want to support the channel, you can do it by purchasing any of the DuraSafe locks, which honestly, guys, does not only support me, it actually secures your stuff as well, so we're both making out on the deal. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We'll have a new tip video coming out tomorrow.